Joker here, where we are here with Lotus Comics Press, interviewing the guest of ExumiCon 2010. So guys, how are we doing this evening?
Awesome.
Wonderful.
Absolutely. I hear you guys have been in a lot of different stuff. Let's go down the row and actually introduce who you guys are. You are?
I am Jami Marchi. I have been in close to 90 different anime productions, so I can't list them all right now. Most popular probably would be Witchblade. I am the Witchblade in Witchblade. I'm currently working on several things that can't be named, but most recently Hetalia. I'm the narrator in Hetalia, and I wrote the series with Chuck Huber. Also, Oh Etta Rocket is something that I recently wrote that's coming out, that just came out, and that's really popular too, and I love it. It's a wacky, wacky show that I've written. And so that's just a little bit about me.
Everybody loves wacky.
I
love wacky. My name's Trina Nishimura. I've been with Funimation for about 7 years now. I've done several different things. I'm kind of a big deal. Maybe not as big as these two, but I'm trying to keep up. So far,
she's tiny.
She's a rock star on the dance floor, though.
You just gotta keep moving. Yeah, on the dance floor, you don't even know. Let's get real.
I've been witness to it. Turn my hair gray.
It's fun. So let's see. So I started with Desert Punk and kind of grew from there. I've been in Witchblade with Jami. Actually, now that I think about it, I'm either in most of the shows that I'm either in love with Jami's character or I'm in love with your character. Some of my more recent stuff is My Bride is a Mermaid. That came out. People like that one a lot. Oh Etta Rocket. That one was really fun. And there are a few more in the works, which we're all really excited about. I guess the most exciting thing for me at the moment would probably have to be this little tiny show. You probably haven't heard of it. Full Metal Alchemist? Brotherhood. I played Long Con. Who's in love with this one?
Yeah. Interesting.
I mean, who can blame me, right?
That's good.
Keep up with her.
And you, sir?
I'm Todd Haberkorn. I got my start with Funimation 5 years ago with Suzuka, where these people were in it and did awesome, and I just had to keep up with them. So, and most recently, Italy and Hetalia, as far as anime goes. Ling and Full Metal, talking about that. Announced today was Rosario plus Vampire, the Skune in that, the lead in that, and then also in Chrome Shell Regios. On the video game side of things, Lufia, Curse of Sinestrals on the DS, as well as Rune Factory 3. And in film, Green-Eyed Clown is a movie I'm producing. Check that out, greeneyedclown.com. And then Banshee should be coming out any moment now, so sometime soon. So that's a little bit about me. Love comics, love Magic the Gathering. Get some love for a planeswalker?
No, dude, totally. Every time I go into the studio now, Todd is camped out at this table, going to town with the Magic cards.
Or interrupting sessions, like opening it, hey, I have a question for you to someone in the room.
About Magic.
Yeah, it's a lot, it's high stakes. Like I put the mortgage to my house on the line for a game. It's high stakes.
No judgment, no judgment.
Yeah.
Todd likes to grab on.
Well, just a couple questions with the stuff that you guys are actually involved in. First off, I'm a huge fan of Witchblade.
Yay!
I absolutely love Witchblade. I think it's great of what you actually do with them. And
you should see her when she cosplays Witchblade. It's a sight to see.
Jeans and a t-shirt.
Joker's definitely a fact. I love that. And with the actual voice interview stuff, can you tell us a little bit about how you actually got into that?
How I got into
voice acting.
Voice acting overall. I have a degree in theater from OU. Actually.
Boomer Sooner!
I'm
learning so much.
Just FYI. And so I had a degree in theater. I was acting anyway. Had an agent. I did a lot of voiceovers actually in Oklahoma. And then I moved to Dallas. Happened to be somewhere that someone was there that did work for Funimation, and they said, you should come audition. So I went and auditioned for Fruits Basket and got cast, and then been working actually. Yay! So that's how.
For somebody that's actually starting to get into, like, say, voice acting, what advice would you offer?
I would say don't minimize yourself.
Okay.
Don't limit yourself to just voice acting. If you're an actor, so you act.
Okay.
Doesn't matter what. Like Todd is in 50 kabillion things at one time.
A
He
billion.
really
And I do none of them well, but
that's not true.
people haven't figured that out yet. So I'm riding it.
That's true.
That's not true.
So, yeah, the idea would be just act. If it leads you to voice acting, awesome, then that's great, and you can target it towards that if you want to. But if you limit it, you're never going to find the joy of the art form and the passion that you really have. If it's just for acting and you get the opportunity to perform or do whatever it is, you really have that love for it, then you're going to be happy no matter what. So I just say don't limit yourself.
Has it worked out for you in the way that you thought it would?
No.
No. Okay.
I never thought I would be doing voices for anime. Never would have thought of that. I didn't even know that it was an option, that it was so close,
right.
That I would end up in Dallas, that I would, all of those things. Nothing ever necessarily ends up the way you think it will, but that doesn't mean it's not awesome.
Will you guys be doing any Batman voice roles anytime soon?
I would. It would be awesome if it came, but
I would. Yeah, you do.
If someone
No.
Are we gonna?
Not that I know of.
No.
Not that we know of.
Not that we know of.
I know you guys mainly focus on like Eastern style tradition anime, and I think that's absolutely awesome on each and every one of you guys.
Well, we think it's absolutely awesome on the people who cast us. On their
Yeah.
we support them.
How about you? Do you have any advice to maybe offer new-time people that are wanting to get into the same field?
People that would like to be a voiceover actor in anime. Kind of the same thing that Jamie said. I mean, it's one of those things that if it is your passion and if it is something that you love to do and it's something that you feel called to do, then just try it. I mean, maybe it's not exactly, maybe you won't exactly win the first time or the second or the 18th, but just try until something happens. And I think if you honestly want to do something and believe in yourself and work for it, because nothing just happens overnight, but if you work for it and work for something, especially voice acting, and you're cool with being told no a lot. Not that anyone ever tells me no. Yeah, that's right.
That is life.
She puts on those pumps.
It's
yes.
over. Yes. All the
What shoes are you wearing to the audition? You don't even have to come in.
Well, I think that this is like any other craft, any other business, any other job. You just have to. You got to learn the skills to do it. You got to get up, put yourself out there, make yourself available to that industry, and then something will happen. Now, how far you go is really, it's up to you, but it's also up to the stars aligning just right, or being at, like, for instance, when I started directing at Funimation, I was sitting in the break room, and the Colleen Klinkenbeard looked at me and goes, "You want to direct?" No, because I'd been asking every now and then, and I was like, "Sure." And then I directed Shuffle. So it's like, it was this, if I hadn't been eating popcorn, that wouldn't have happened that way. So it really is just like...
For me it was, I asked. People are, well, what's the great thing that you did to write or to act? I was like, hey, I can direct if you want me to. Okay, here. Hey, I can write if you want me to.
I hear you're actually from Oakland City.
I am. I left growing up here. It's great. I went to, Putnam City mainly. But I went to Piedmont for a little while.
I heard Cyclops was actually in your class.
He was. James Marston. He wasn't in my class. He went to my high school.
Okay.
He's so much older than me.
Okay.
3 or 4 years.
I only caught part of the panel when you were talking about high school and stuff like that, so I wasn't sure if it was...
I went to Putnam City North High School, and so James Marston went there, and so did Sam Bradford.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. I take credit for everything he's accomplished, because I went to school 10 years before him.
You should.
And what about you guys? Where are you guys from?
I'm from Amarillo, Texas, 806 for life, represent. That's it. I'm from Amarillo, very proud of it. Originally, I'm from Sacramento, California, where they grow all Japanese people and then ship them out over the world.
Our barcodes on the lower back. It looks like, it's not a tramp, it's the barcode.
What are you going to do? Where are you from?
Born in Arlington, but I've lived coast to coast, just not because of Army family, but dysfunctionality in my family, so we just move a lot. And I've been in Dallas. I came back to go to college, and then I just started working and stayed there, and I'm going to be making the move to LA next summer.
So what current projects are each of you guys working on that we can actually see upcoming? Is there any current projects?
I think Rosario is the only thing that's been announced
today.
that we can talk about. We can't talk about anything we're doing until they announce it.
I figured.
So that's the hard thing. We're all working on stuff that's awesome. We're very excited about it.
Next question. Yeah. Is there anything any expectations that you guys wanted to see happen during the fair this run around that maybe didn't happen for you?
Something to happen for the convention.
During this convention? Or
Yeah.
just in general? Okay.
Did you guys have any expectations that you guys wanted to fulfill when coming down to the fair?
I think that, we just want to make sure that our panels go well and that we don't draw any blood and we don't do anything illegal and that everyone has a good time. And I think so far we've accomplished that.
Absolutely.
There's still a day and a half left.
I know, we still have time.
But,
I don't really, I just kind of expect to have a good time, but I know like my friends are going to be here, so that's going to happen. I got to see Hedwig and the Angry Inch, which was amazing.
Awesome.
I know my business partner was really glad to see part of your panel, Trina.
Oh, cool.
And was really, really glad to see your panel.
Awesome. That's really neat.
And yeah, he was commenting to me. He's like, JB's awesome as far as like he had no idea that you guys were originally from Oklahoma City.
Yes.
And so we caught part of that, and I missed part of the panel. Going into that. So I was running around with my head cut off and all of that stuff. But I think that's absolutely awesome.
Right.
It kind of brings it back down at home. A lot of the people that are online are fans with each of you guys. And to be from Texas or, not too far away, or even Oklahoma City.
Yay!
I mean, that's really awesome.
Yeah, I hope we're very lucky and, very lucky to be where we're at in the industry, and I think we all just hope it keeps going.
Yeah, for sure.
And we didn't expect to, I don't think a lot of people ever expect to, you don't seek this out generally. I don't think we have. It found us and we just kind of went along with it.
And we were just very lucky to not only be a part of it, but then to meet awesome people and be able to hang out with them.
Totally.
So. People ask a lot of times if we're really friends, like in real life.
Yeah.
The last question we had for you, is there any character that you guys, all three of you guys, really had maybe an attachment to, or maybe related to?
I think in some way you always relate to every character.
Okay.
You have to find a way as an actor to relate to whatever you're doing. I'm partial to Witchblade.
Okay.
Yeah, I loved her just whole story and the connectedness she had with her daughter and the other people around her and stuff like that. I really liked her.
That's cool. True.
My favorite character ever of all time would probably have to be Girl C from probably like Jamie said, a lot of acting has to do with feeling something, and so when you put a lot of time and a lot of effort and a lot of work into making something yours and alive, then it's sad to see any of them go, really.
Right.
I think. But luckily they're all recorded. My favorite would probably have to be Nadia from El Castro de la Bruja.
Oh yeah.
And who's that character like? Like if you were like, this person reminds me of this person. Who's
Probably, I can't remember. Gosh, maybe somebody with red hair. Maybe sassy. Maybe
Sasspot, real sassafras.
real sassafras, like a redheaded sassafras.
Sarsaparilla it up.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody though. I have to talk
What
about.
about you, Todd?
Sergeant Frog is my favorite. Jamie writes for that. And, Trina, I'm sure you've popped in a lot.
She's Ghost Girl.
Ghost Girl.
Yeah, she pops in and scares people every now and then on that show. So that's a lot of fun. I hope that keeps going.
He is Caro.
It's great. I gotta have a 5-hour energy drink before I get in the booth, but it's worth it.
That's awesome.
And I have to say, I really enjoy writing for Todd specifically.
Really?
Like, I get, like we get each other. He gets my writing, and I get his performance. So I think together, good stuff happens.
So there's a really good synchronicity to your writing, to the performance.
Yeah, definitely good synchronicity.
Yeah, because we worked together a lot before that, and so we had that aspect of it. So I guess when you write, you know that I'm going to be doing it. So you can, because a lot of times when you write shows, we don't get to spend a lot of time together, obviously, like this, and we don't. Sometimes it's not even cast yet. So I think we get that.
It's nice, actually.
Well, we always generally ask one last question, and it's kind of to wrap it up. But we always ask all of our guests, if you had to choose a superpower, what would it be?
I would have the power to suck other people, to absorb other people's powers.
That's a good one. We haven't heard that one yet.
Thank you. I've thought a lot about it.
That's cool. Trina?
You just blew my mind. I was like, that's the best answer I've ever heard.
Sorry,
okay.
I'm sorry.
No, forget it. Whatever. It's fine. Isn't that rogue? Isn't that rogue? Yeah, you'd be rogue. That's not that.
No, I don't want to absorb their energy. I want to absorb their power. So, like, you had the power to fly. I'd be like, hey.
You're
and
like
I
Peter
can fly.
Petrelli off of Heroes, basically.
Yes.
That makes sense.
I would want the power to shut Jami down and take all of her powers and all the powers that she took.
Like, we could just be all powerful together.
Oh, that's true. It's not always a competition.
You guys could be like the Wonder Twins.
Okay,
That
yeah.
would be the Wonder Twins.
Yeah, Wonder Twins, dibs.
There you
I
go.
like that. Invulnerability, of course, because that's a twofold power. Because you're invulnerable, but
Are we
then
talking about physical and emotional, or just physical?
just physical.
Okay.
Snap.
Yeah, I still feel the pain of rejection.
Right. You still need to weak.
Yeah,
Wow.
but yeah. So invulnerability, because then you also, by the very nature of that, you get to live forever.
Oh, nice.
So that's 2 powers for the price of 1. It's
That's
special.
pretty good.
It's Black Friday special. That's my power.
That's awesome.
But yeah.
Well, guys, we at Lotus really, I mean, it's been an honor to meet all 3 of you guys.
Well, thanks for having us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Good luck to you. Good luck
Yeah,
in the
definitely.
future. Yeah, for sure.
This is Lotus Comics. Come check us out at lotuscomics.com as well as on Facebook. Guys, you've heard it here first. These guys are awesome. If you guys want to have more future information about these guys, there's I'm sure they have. Do you guys have any websites that they can go to?
Facebook it up with
Facebook,
everybody. All of us. I
Facebook,
think it's the
and
best
Twitter.
way. Yeah,
Yeah.
Twitter, all that good stuff.
It'll
Check
be a
it
good
out.
time.
Yeah.
Well, you heard it here first. Thank you guys so much for coming in. I really appreciate all 3 of you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Guys, come see us. See you soon. Bye-bye.